Back at it, back again. Monday, Metal Gear Monday returns. And so does Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence on the PS2. Last week I foolishly said that I would be looking to finish this game today, but then I thought about it. And I'm like, wait a second. Some of these final cutscenes are pretty goddamn long. So I don't think I'm going to be finishing it today. I'm going to make an attempt to get through about as much as I can. Well, maybe not. I shouldn't say that because I could probably go for pretty long, but we're not going to be seeping into the, dead hours of the night here, I think. But I will go for a decent amount of time. I've got a stopping place in mind, and that should give us enough time for, I think, probably a full stream next week. But I think we still got 2 streams left on this one. We've just been going so long with it because we've been trying to do all the little extra tidbits and whatnot. Sometimes those take a little bit longer than usual. So this is probably going to be one of my longer playthroughs for Subsistence, just because of how thorough I'm trying to be. But yeah, this is the second to last stream, so let's go ahead and move on here. Tell me about it. Okay. Also, when it comes to next week, not only will we be finishing the game, but I will want to check out some of the extra stuff on the Subsistence version of this game. There's a couple mini games. We've got the theater, most of which I should say is not available on the HD edition of this game, which is very disappointing. So we'll be checking most of that out, seeing what we could do with all that. Should be pretty interesting, I think. Even Snake versus Monkey. So look forward to it, I suppose. Anyway, last time we left Snake off in the prison here, and we saved and exited the game, which of course means that he's asleep. So let's see what happens here. This doesn't look like Metal Gear. This is almost like Metal Gear Rising-ish type gameplay. Hell, I don't know why they handed it off to Platinum. Kojima Productions could have pumped this out. Stop real crime. Get a good look at our pro tag here. What the hell are you guys doing? I don't know that there's really a story to tell about this. I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if this was just a demo created by Kojima Productions in a couple hours because they were feeling bored, or what the hell this necessarily is. The basis of it is because, when we last saved, Paramedic said to Snake that if he doesn't get out of there, then Dracula, good old Dracula, is going to come and find him and eat him, I guess. Good lord. Look at that gore. This is like collectively known as the Vampire Hunter minigame, but they don't really look like vampires to me. Stop the bomb. Soul artists. Bob Lee. They're wearing police uniforms. I don't really know what that means. Their swords look like canes with sharp pointy bits at the hook, the crook of the cane. It's been speculated that the model here for the player character is the model that they used for Paramedic. Kind of looks like the same hairstyle, but not really looking like the Paramedic model that we saw at the beginning of the game. It's definitely unique, and for some reason, it's not included in the HD edition of this game. So I don't know what the reasoning is behind that. I don't know if it's tied to Kojima Productions. I don't know if Blue Point was making the game and they just couldn't incorporate it somehow, but it's the nightmare sequence. And of course, Snake wakes back up, and he's back in the cell at Groznyj Grad, which we have a fair amount of things we could do here, too. Got fish, frogs, got a fork, gavial. We still got the revolver that was given to us. All this food is rotten. However, we can just eat the rats.
Huh? What? You don't want this? It's rotten. I can't eat this. Oh, my stomach. Oh, I can't hold it anymore.
Okay, and there he goes. Yeah, the minigame is pretty cool. Again, I don't really know if there's a story behind it. I've never really heard anything, but it's very interesting.
Here it comes.
Oh man, gotta sneeze.
Still going. Wow. I didn't think that was possible. That's a record. Ugh. Will this even flush?
Ugh. Look at the size of that ration.
Oh,
And then when it lands on the floor, it's absolutely massive. Well, there's several things we can do here. We already went through a number of the codec calls. I guess I'll go through a few now, see if they have anything additional to say.
Snake, what happened?
Major, what year is this?
Oh yes, because of the nightmare.
Where am I?
It's 1964. You're in a cell in Groznyj Grad. What did they do, Snake? Make you drink an entire keg of vodka?
No.
You know, I hear they've got 98 proof vodka in the East. Back in England, we don't call stuff like that fine spirit. We call it sulfuric acid. Imagine, if you will, your internal organs being slowly eaten away as smoke pours out of your mouth. Really, Snake, you shouldn't be touching that.
Was it a dream?
A dream? Well, how nice. And here I thought I sat up all night worrying about you for nothing.
It was almost real. I was holding this sword in my hand.
Snake, are you okay? You're not going loony on me, are you?
Not at all. I'll make it back no matter how much of that sulfuric acid they make me drink.
Good show. I'm sure you'll find a way out of there.
Yeah. Dream a little dream of your own while you wait for word from me.
Fair enough.
Snake, what happened?
What do you think?
Are you not feeling well?
No, I'm feeling fine. I had the most amazing dream thanks to you.
Ah, you didn't really dream about Drac.
Don't say it. The last thing I need is a double feature. It was surreal. I was being attacked by a horde of weird human-like monsters. What's wrong with me?
It must be a form of persecution complex, probably triggered by extreme stress. The external stimulus of the room is...
I've got a different theory. I think it was caused by your pillow talk.
But I didn't... I'm sorry, Snake. I didn't know you were that sensitive to it. I mean, who'd have thought Drac... Sorry, that just slipped out, I swear. Come on, Snake, don't be mad at me.
All right, I forgive you.
Really?
Yeah.
Good, I'm glad. Snake, there must be a way out of there. Don't get discouraged. You'll find it.
I intend to.
Good thing I checked the codec, or the radio rather, because I kind of forgot about all these calls.
Snake, you okay?
Yeah, I had a terrible dream.
No kidding. What happened?
I don't want to think about it. I was being attacked by monsters that looked human, and I'm not even sure if I was really me.
At least it was just a dream. It's all over when you wake up.
True.
When you think about it, the fact that you can imagine a situation worse than the one you're in now means life can't be all that bad.
I sure hope so.
Well, let me tell you about the absolute worst, most sickening nightmare I ever had. This isn't one for the kids. Okay, so there's this big pile of crap, right? It's shaped like a giant tank, and it's walking
Wait, what?
around on 2 legs, going on a rampage and stomping on people and houses and stuff. And this giant turd is carrying the nastiest missiles you ever saw. Like, whenever it launches one of its turd missiles, whatever it hits, people, trees, buildings, turns into shit. My hometown, my old school, my family, my girlfriend, old man John, everything in that turd's path turned into shit.
That's pretty sick, man.
Good thing it was just a dream, huh?
Yes, that's a good thing.
You feeling better now?
Yeah.
Good. Then let's get down to business. You see, Snake, people are just sacks of shit, and they're full of holes. Fill them up with water, and it's gotta come out from somewhere. Okay, maybe that was a bad example. What I'm trying to say is, no matter what the situation, there's always a way out. Don't throw in the towel yet. Clear your mind. Think it through. Assess the situation. You'll find a way to escape.
Got it.
Don't let my nightmare come true.
Right.
I don't I don't know what Sigan's problem is though. It's a hell of a dream though.
Snake,
Eva, do they drug the prisoners here with hallucinogens?
I don't think that's their style. Why?
I had a pretty bad dream.
A dream?
This monster that I'd never seen before was coming at me with a knife. And I wasn't me, I was something else.
That doesn't surprise me. You're in a mild state of shock from all the pain and exhaustion you're going through.
Ah,
Maybe one day you'll learn to stop hiding yourself.
what do you mean?
I know how you feel, Snake. I'm a spy too. You don't realize it, but the fake you is eating away at the real you. The person you're pretending to be is becoming the person
The Batman
you are.
complex.
And the real you is screaming out from somewhere deep inside. That's what you saw in your dream.
Maybe so.
I'd sing you a lullaby or something, but unfortunately I don't know any. So pick your favorite song, and I'll sing it for you in your head.
Any song?
And you can have as many encores as you want.
Sounds fun.
It's a deal then. I'm sure you'll find a way to escape. Good luck.
Thanks.
Well, that's interesting. Back so soon? Oh wait, he's going. Where is he going? So there's a number of things we can do here with our prison guard friend. Most of it involves just feeding him crap that he gives us. So I forget exactly how many it takes. I'm going to try not to give him the rotten food. I don't know where all that rotten food came from. I guess just because we saved and came back a week later.
Chow time! Huh? Hey, thanks!
It requires a number of, like, good feeds. So I don't think we can just give him the crap right off the bat, which hopefully... I didn't know that at first, so hopefully that doesn't, like, screw us up any. We should have some things we can cure, too. Fake death pill, gunshot wound inflicted by the boss. Bullet has become lodged in the body. Okay, so that's a fake death pill. Transmitter. Small transmitter found buried in the wound. Now, everybody's first instinct when they actually go into the survival viewer is to rip that out. if we want to see a cutscene later on, we'll have to work our way through it because it's going to make some parts more difficult, but we have to leave that in. So I'm going to leave the transmitter in. I'm going to take the fake death pill out. It's not entirely necessary to get out of the cell. Basically, if we remember from last time, the cell is coded by a frequency. It's like a radio frequency that you have to dial, which we saw what it was when we had the cutscene with the boss in the room, kind of alone. I guess Tatiana was there, but kind of alone with Snake, and she shot him in the leg. If you look in first-person view mode, we see a mysterious man, and he's holding up a frequency. A sign with a frequency, I should say. So we can use that. I think it was like 144.70, maybe. There's other opportunities that we'll get to see that particular frequency, but that's the earliest that you can get it. So I guess if you're speed running or something like that, then you can just use it from there. Or obviously, I guess if you're speed running, then speed running and doing a first time playthrough. I don't know who even does those, but in any case, that's going to be your earliest to learn the frequency. I don't think we can give them all the food, like, all at once either. Pretty sure that doesn't work. But 3 times might be the charm here. Literally. Uh-oh. He's not getting sick, is he? Once we do give him enough food, there should be a little cutscene. Probably one of my favorite interactions in, like, all of Metal Gear.
Got some goodies for you.
Thanks.
Huh? Wow, thanks, man.
You're welcome, bro. All right, here we go.
Hey, you're not such a bad guy after all. I guess not all Americans are dogs.
You mean it?
Yeah. You know, before the war started, I used to live in America. I even had a wife and a kid.
You must be pretty lonely.
Yeah, I am pretty lonely. Really lonely.
What's your kid's name?
Johnny.
Johnny. Nice ring to it.
Thumbs up.
Really? You like it? Well, if you say so, I'll believe you. Actually, my name is Johnny too. All the firstborn sons in my family are called Johnny. My dad's a Johnny, and my son's son will probably be a Johnny too.
14475. I was close.
Whole clan of Johnnies.
Whole clan of Johnnies.
Why do we have a Cold War anyway? Our two countries used to be such good friends.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I just want to see my family again.
Must be rough.
Yeah. Not as rough as you have it, though.
Ain't that the truth?
Here. I filched them from your equipment when the colonel wasn't looking. It's the least I can do. Well,
Don't suppose you could let me out of here?
Huh? I can't do that. Hey, don't you go getting any funny ideas. If you try to escape, I'll have to shoot you.
Okay,
I've
okay.
said too much. I gotta go.
He really thought I could befriend him. Get him to open the cell. Give him a bunch of shit to eat. Well, close enough, but we do get the knockout cigarettes, so that's pretty good. So at this point, we can give him any sort of rotten food. Obviously, he's going to take a big fat shit. And by that point, we should be able to use the frequency and escape. There's no more interactions with him specifically, though.
Huh? What? You don't want this? Ugh. Oh, this is rotten. Oh, my stomach. Oh, God. Oh, I can't hold it anymore.
Okay. Should be good enough. Now we can use this to escape. Let me check. I don't think they have anything to say about the soldier, but... Johnny.
Hey, the door to the cell is open. There's no time to lose. Get out of there quickly.
Snake, the door is open. Hurry and get out of there.
Okay, okay. Everybody wants to comment on the door.
When you fire continuously with a gun like the assault rifle, the recoil will cause your shots to veer off target.
Except second, of
But if
course.
you crouch or lie down, you can suppress the recoil and keep a tight fire pattern. So when you gotta hit that bullseye, take a low position.
Snake, the door is open. Hurry and get out of there.
So unlike other Metal Gear games... What?
Did you manage to escape?
Yes, the door was open. You told me.
Be careful. In your present state, you're practically naked. You don't have a single decent weapon, and you'll never survive in a battle.
I got a fork.
Take some time and pull yourself together. Eva says she's recovered your equipment, so rendezvous with her as soon as possible to get your gear back.
Just about to talk about that.
Use the escape route.
You had to
Eva
ruin it
set
for
up
me,
for.
though.
Go down into the sewers through the manhole in the northwest section of Groznyj Grad. Start out by exiting the holding cells and heading northwest.
Coming out. Here it comes.
You better hold your hand, bro.
Still
A
going.
camera.
Wow. I didn't think that was possible.
Okay.
That's a wreck. The seat's flush. Oh, geez.
Again, they coming in pairs. Got these bots. Hold up a sec. Oh, I guess Solid is here, but oh well, I'm taking care of it. I got it. Got another pinup. Pretty cool. Okay. Fatman7, welcome to the stream. This is the Subsistence version off of the PS2. So the non-HD edition that was released with both compilations that came out on PS3 and 360, I guess. Okay, I gotta be careful around here because I do not remember the enemy patterns, so... If there's anybody potentially around here, yeah, I got a RetroTink Pro 2 times. This is what it's being fed through on composite, or component rather, cables. Thank you. Thinking about getting one? It's worth the investment if you like streaming or playing off of old consoles, even. Just because of the visual enhancement. It looks a hell of a lot better. I did some comparisons with Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition, and yeah, I was impressed. Okay, I didn't think there was a guy up there. I don't know how far he's gonna be standing there for, or long rather. Really? Why didn't he grab him? I guess he's not able to grab in a naked state? That's weird. Can't stand the HD version with the screwed up intro. Oh, he's hurt. Okay. Well, I don't remember that being the case. HD edition is nice visually, but it lacks a lot of things that the Subsistence version has. Which I don't know if that's on Bluepoint. I don't know if there's some legal ramifications between parties with Konami, Kojima Productions. I'm not too sure what the issue is between them, but yeah, it's a little disappointing. I remember... Here we go. That's what I'm looking for. Let's see. Which way do we want to go? Yeah, no dream sequence, no snake versus monkey, don't have pressure sensitivity with buttons. The demo theater is there, but I don't know if it lacks, or I don't know if it has the gag reel bits. I don't seem to remember that being the case with that one. Fortunately, at the very least, they include the MSX ports of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2, so in my opinion, that's the most important thing, but still you lack all the other crap. Most of the time when I stream this, I usually do the HD edition, but I haven't done a Subsistence version as of yet, so that's why I'm going through it this time around with this one. Speedrunners like the Metal Gear that comes with this? Oh, if they're doing like actual hardware. I could see that being the case. I wouldn't want to play off an MSX. I'm sure it runs much better. They patched the exploits later on, really? Via download? That seems like a bit much, going for just some ancient game ports. I wouldn't think the Konami would care, but I guess. For the HD remake, I gotcha. MSX1 is a pain. Haven't done it myself, nor have I emulated it, but again, I can... having played other hardware around that same era, I can completely imagine and sympathize. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted to do. Ah. Let me grab all this stuff real quick. Menu full, really. Let's see. I don't know that I want all of this rotten stuff. Well, yeah, that's the big plus, is that just visual acuity is better with that one, so. I think for the most part, whenever I see somebody streaming this game or just playing it, it's always the HD version. One, it's easier to access. I mean, nobody's going to want to set up a PS2 to stream or emulate. Either one of those cases is going to be a pain in the ass to actually get set up. So HD edition just for convenience sake and because it looks a little bit better visually. With the Retro Tank, though, I think it looks probably as good in a 4:3 aspect ratio, which, I never like to stretch from the original aspect ratio, so. Take medicine? Yeah, I guess I could, but. I don't use it too often. And I like to keep stuff on hand as just a what if, just in case, or something like that.
Acknowledged. The enemy is still nearby. Pursue and engage him.
Alright. Looks like they didn't give a shit about that guy. One thing that's always a pain here is that these guys can see you through the grate there, which I remember messing me up too. Just go to sleep. While the caution's up, I guess that means we could probably get by without the actual searchlight looking for us, but I don't know how much of a boon that's going to be. Oh, is it still up? I guess it's still up. Never mind. Oh, no, 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 no. You know what? I'm just going to make a run for it.
We need backup.
I never said we were doing no alerts. I'm just trying to see if I can get all the extra bits. Anyway, we'll be back in Groznyj Grad in a bit, so it doesn't really matter. The only thing is I gotta find my way around here. I think... Okay, here we go. Yeah. Objective, run. Just tank them hits. Okay, so I pointed this out last time. I said we'd be going through here again, but here we go. I don't know if the dogs can get through underneath there. I don't think so, but let's see. Can they? Oh no, they're stuck. Get that grenade though. How can I help you?
Snake, you're already in the sewers?
Eva.
Yeah.
I just got down here.
Kind of had to make a break
I'm coming
for
to
it.
meet you now. The door at the north end is open, right?
Snake?
Let me guess. There's a problem.
Yeah.
What is it this time?
The Colonel found out you escaped.
He did, huh? I figured as much.
Yeah, and now all of Groznyj Grad is on red alert.
Just my luck. But once I'm out of the fortress...
You can't get out.
I can't?
When the fortress went on red alert, they sealed off the sewers.
You've got to be kidding me.
I'm serious. And that means the escape route I laid out is
Sealed off, too.
right. And they just sent a unit out looking for you.
Down here?
Uh-huh. They'll be there any minute now. You've got to get out quick.
But isn't the exit sealed off?
You should be able to get out by heading straight north. Book it, Snake. If they find you, you're dead.
Fair enough. What is that? I don't remember there being writing there. Okay. Not much to do down here. We just got sewers. If Eventually the dogs do come after you, and that's kind of scary. Oh god. It's supposed to be the Stark. Maybe I'm supposed to go somewhere else. I don't remember the specific layout. I just remember having to shift between rooms a handful of times. Maybe it is. I don't think I can get through there. Other way? Alright. Oh, this way. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Once it reveals itself, then it's also clear. Ah, dog. Behind gate, but not for long. Yeah, this is not a puppy we want to mess with. Ah, shit. Wait, is there a hole there? Excuse me. There's that. Okay. I think the wine means it's down. Ah, this is where I was supposed to cross. Can you eat the dog? I should give it a try, shouldn't I? Just with the fork. I know paramedic was against it during the radio calls, but not that. No, we could just stab. Okay. It works like a person. Cannot consume dog. Alright, Snake. With fork in hand. Yeah, this always evokes feelings of The Fugitive. It's essentially the same thing. I didn't kill my wife. Here comes Ocelot to deliver the line.
I've been waiting for this. Nobody interfere.
Calm down, Ocelot.
This is where it ends. Snake!
Yeah, which I'm pretty sure. Cause what did he have that from? Just the automatic pistol. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not how guns work. I don't think you could just pop in any bullet. But he said maybe he modified it. I don't know. There's one away.
Don't die on me yet.
Well, the bees are more believable than the than just using any bullet with any gun. Let me tell you. Hey, with as much as they have Big Boss freak out over the 1911, I expect top-notch gun accuracy. Ah, it's him, Ghost Man.
Are you one of the Cobras?
Sad. So
Yes.
sad. A host of sorrows. And you are one of them.
This is downright hurtful.
I am the sorrow. Like you, I too am filled with sadness.
Voiced by Dave Thomas. That's right.
Is one of
The man behind Wendy's.
battle brings death. Death brings sorrow. The living may not hear them. Their voices may fall upon deaf ears. But make no mistake. The dead are not silent. Now you will know the sorrow of those whose lives you have ended.
Let's see here. I tried to be careful. Yeah, big borders. Okay, let's see how many I actually did kill. Again, we tried to get by with as many like non-kills as possible by dropping people off cliffs and pumping them into electric fences, but there was still some authentic deaths. I'm pretty sure I shot more than my fair share of, I don't know, maybe a dozen people. Oh, I probably cracked a couple necks too. First couple times I played this game, this river was absolutely filled. Ah. Well, I tried. Absolutely filled with the undead. Which I actually did. So we'll see if we can get that guy here. Now, the bosses aren't fair because I know, except for the first Ocelot boss, I went after everybody with trank rounds, so that was on them. They killed themselves with their packs. Otherwise, they would have just fallen asleep. But yeah, anyway, what is our plan to is, you said your favorite is when you feed the guy to the vulture, and then you eat the vulture. So, and he says you ate me. We'll see if he pops up here, because that's one I did, because I wanted to get the radio call for it. Come on, keep up. Where are you going? But I mean, hey, we didn't do too bad. That's their own damn fault. The fear. Sure, I lit his crotch on fire with a torch. We get a good look at it right now. But he's the one. They were the ones with the explosive packs. I also don't remember eating this many fish. I'm sorry. What is that? Something's flapping. Oh, there it is. Hey, were there any radio calls here? I don't remember there being any. There was like no...
Snake, respond. Snake! Snake!
Okay, yeah, that was it.
Snake, what happened? Talk to me. Snake! Snake!
Everybody acts like you're dead.
Snake, what's going on?
Snake!
Snake!
Snake, answer me. Snake! Snake!
Snaky. Hey, you. You were the one that... Okay. There we go. I didn't eat you per se. Again, this is... this is a big workaround. Just like the cobras, they killed themselves. This guy, he just got eaten by a vulture that happened to be around the area, which I then ate. I didn't eat him necessarily. Is he in the wheelchair? Yes, he is. And I didn't kill the bird. I wanted to, but I didn't. I'm sorry to hear that. What's your story? I did, and then I reloaded. Basically, what I'm trying to do with this particular playthrough is to get as much of like the extra shit as I remember possible. I'm not saying I'm going after all of it, because I don't remember all of it, but I'm trying to do everything that I can at least remember. So I did shoot him at the docks, but then I reloaded the save. I tried to shoot him to injure him, but then it didn't work. So we got through the boss battle, he had full health, but it didn't really matter. Angry stomping. Look at those angry steps. I've got no vengeance. I would love to, but you know. Alright, so there he is. There's the old skeleton. Which is the same skeleton that we saw at the beginning of the game, right when that Davy Crockett was going off. Wearing the same clothes, maybe? I would love to. Thank you. I remember when I first played this, this confused the hell out of me. I didn't know what the hell was going on. I thought it was over. I thought we died. I did this several times. I was getting mauled by 10,000 zombies because I killed so many people.
You have to shoot me.
I can't.
Shoot me. You want to finish your mission, don't you?
But I don't remember. I think I just finally looked at the items and then saw it was usable, so.
The spirit of the warrior will always be with you. Don't be sad. We'll meet again someday.
Shot right in the eye. It's confusing for a new player, I would assume. You know what? There might have been. I don't know if you can access the radio from there. I'm pretty sure you can't, but I was thinking maybe there was a radio call about that. I don't know. It might have just been a last ditch effort. I think I probably had gone through it like a total of 2 times, and then I'm like, what the hell is this? And then finally I was just like pressing buttons. Oh, there he is. Ascending to heaven, or going back to his home planet, either one.
Snake, are you all right? That was a close call.
What the hell happened to me?
You were halfway drowned at the bottom of the river. Almost crossed over to the other side.
Other side. So that really was.
Something on your mind, Snake?
Major, was there a man in the Cobra unit called the Sorrow?
Yes, I've heard of him. He was an uncanny soldier who fought alongside the boss.
What kind of man was he?
The Sorrow was a man with, well, special powers. He had ESP, which was the subject of extensive research in the Soviet Union at the time. He was especially gifted as a medium.
A medium?
Someone who can communicate with the spirit world and evoke the spirits of the dead. In other words, he could talk to ghosts. They say he could find out what was going on in a battle by talking to dead soldiers.
What about him and the boss? What was the story between them?
I don't know the details. Why don't we ask Sigyn?
Yo, I finished checking up on this Sorrow guy a while ago. Thought you guys already knew, though.
Knew what?
That he's dead. He's been dead for 2 years now.
Died 2 years ago?
At Yarsk. You know, those cliffs you were at. And the boss is the one who did him in.
The boss?
Yep. 2 years ago, the boss was sent by the CIA on a secret mission to Yarsk. That's when she met the Sorrow, who'd gone back to the Soviet Union after the Cobras broke up at the end of the war. Except this time they were enemies.
And then what?
The boss killed the Sorrow herself and accomplished her mission. At least, that's what the records say.
So, he was never there in the first place. He just couldn't let go of the boss.
You okay, Snake?
Yeah, I'm fine. It looks like it's not time for me to die yet.
I sure hope not. Otherwise, the whole mission is shot. We're counting on you, pal.
Roger that. Eva?
Snake, you didn't call. I was worried. Are you all right?
Yeah, I took a pretty freaky detour.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. Forget it. Let's just say I'm back.
Good. But how did you escape from the sewers?
I jumped into the river.
From all the way up there? You're out of control.
Yeah, I got carried away by the current and almost drowned.
Great. That's perfect.
What do you mean that's perfect?
I mean, if you ended up in the river, then I know a good spot nearby. Let's meet up there.
Where is it?
Keep going upstream until you get to a waterfall.
A waterfall, huh?
Right. Behind that waterfall, there's a cave. We'll meet in there.
The cave behind the waterfall upstream. Got it.
See you there.
All right, a lot of conversation. I was going to say, I guess I didn't explain the gimmick of that boss battle, but I've alluded to it prior in previous streams. Basically, when you kill people in this game, they end up there. The Sorrow's boss battle, if you could even call it that, his little realm there, is filled with all of the people that you killed throughout the game. When I first played this game, as I was saying before, there was so many people in that river. But if you go through without killing many people at all, it's pretty damn sparse, and you don't really have much to worry about. I don't remember if it's they drain your stamina or they drain your health or both, but when you do hit people in the river, they do take away from one of your bars, which can be a problem. So it's better on you for that particular boss battle if you just go through the game without trying to kill everybody. I have made attempts to go through the game and see if I could kill as many people as possible. And I know they do respawn, and I sat there and I tried to kill people and try to get to that boss battle, but I always gave up because it just wasn't all that interesting, I guess. I was kind of burnt out on the game. So I have yet to see what happens if you just pack it full with people, but would be an interesting thing, maybe, to try and check out. I'm sure it wouldn't look too much different from the first time I played this game. But yeah, that's basically the gimmick behind it. Snake isn't quite dead. When you reach the end of the line there, and you reach the end, or the Sorrow skeleton, and his little ghost hovering up above, you just automatically, quote unquote, die. So you have to use a revival pill to get yourself back up. Very confusing first time around if you don't know that you need to do that. And yeah, it could be a bit of an issue, because once you hit that continue button, then you just restart the thing. And that's why it was mostly confusing. So, oh, those are the poison ones. Damn. Do we have, let's see. Maybe it was on this. Antidote. There we go. So about that transmitter, if you keep it on you, we still need to keep it on. We can't take it out just yet because it's vital to a cutscene coming up. But if you have it on in this area, then the Ocelot commandos will be here as well, which can make this somewhat of a challenge. You're gonna have to sneak your way through here. A couple things to keep in mind. Hey, there's a Karatan. Let's see, get that. A couple things to keep in mind with this particular part. The upcoming cutscene with Eva will change if you leave some of them alive. If you kill them here, and really there's not really a reason, because unless you're doing a no-kill run, but there's not really a reason to not kill anybody anymore, so you can just have at it. I don't think they respawn. I think there's like 6 of them or something in here. But if you leave them alive, it will affect the cutscene a little bit. If not, then it's a little less interesting, but still kind of the same. One of the things I want to get through here to do is just to get to the stream. I feel like once we get to the actual stream part, like in there, and there's no more levels that we have to pass up, then it's a little easier to get where we need to go, because we need to go to that waterfall, basically. Whereas if you pass through the jungle area, your chances of running into them are a little bit more likely. Oh, okay, I was going to say, I don't think we could switch camouflage or anything, so not really much we could do to help us out here. Good old life med. We still do have the SIG spray, so we can use that if necessary to knock him out, but...
Who's that?
I didn't think he'd see me that easily.
Who's that?
At this point, probably just best to run to the waterfall. Somebody's been eating noodles. Yeah, a little transmitter there. Okay. And that was the biggest change. Like I said, it affects it a little bit. If you leave them alive, Eva will just take care of them. There'll be a bit of a firefight going on there. If not, then she'll just burst through the waterfall regardless.
Nice to meet you, Snake. I'm Tatiana. Here's your equipment.
Eva, you could use a towel.
So could you.
Sure, why not? Actually, I should have saved at the beginning of that area. We still have some paramedic calls to get through. Yeah, essentially it does make her a bit of a badass. What a feast.
Want some?
Oh,
No thanks.
you want meat?
Don't like snakes?
Not for dinner.
Didn't you have to eat them at the KGB?
In my training, we always got the good stuff. French, Italian, that kind of thing.
A regular Matahari.
The least you could do is call me Cynthia.
Tell me something. How does it feel to spy on your own country?
I can't say it feels good, but it's my job.
Can't even eat a snake during a mission, huh?
I wouldn't mind eating you.
I was just about to say something along those lines.
When this mission's over, you'll have to treat me to a nice dinner.
What do you want to eat?
Let's see. How about sushi?
Sushi?
It's Japanese. I hear it's all the rage right now. Supposedly, it's made from raw fish.
Raw fish? Just the place for my survival techniques.
What a thrill. With darkness and silence through the night. Snake? Thank you, Snake. What a thrill. I'll be your eyes from now on. I'm searching and I'm melting to you.
Ugh. Don't kiss right on the eye hole.
Fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. Thank you, Snake.
Don't worry about it.
Are you all right?
It's not like I can't see. I've got one good eye and can still fire a gun.
Really? Good. Snake, come here for a minute. There's something in here.
So this is the additional cutscene if you leave the transmitter. Ah, yes.
When did it get like that?
Hold still. Let me do it.
You know, I've been trained to do this kind of thing myself.
Just relax and let me handle it.
Okay.
I can't believe how small it is.
Yeah, but it gets the job done.
Really? Here, lift up your hips.
This?
Yeah. How's that?
Pretty good at that.
Yeah.
A little bit of
everybody
CBT.
tells me that. Hold steady. I'm not done yet. There. A transmitter.
Is that how they do it in the KGB?
Sometimes. Would you rather I did it American style?
What does that
You
mean?
know there was a transmitter lodged there. That's some female intuition you've got.
Well, she like suplexed him, and then she had him in a sharpshooter.
Eva, did
I thought it was
you
pretty
get some
clear.
explosives out of the fortress?
C3, a highly potent explosive from the west. It can be molded into any shape, like clay. With just this much, you could blow up the Shagohod and the lab along with it.
Is that right?
Yeah, but there's a trick to using it.
Tell me about it.
Well, what do you think? The Shagohod's booster unit uses liquid fuel. The fuel tanks are in the main wing of the weapons lab in the hangar housing the Shagohod itself.
So I should blow up the tanks.
That's the basic idea. It should be enough to blow up the entire hangar. There are 4 fuel tanks. In order to destroy the hangar, you'll have to set explosives on each of those tanks.
All 4 of them?
It should be no sweat for you. Besides, the scientists had the day off today.
So the hangar's completely deserted.
Not quite. They've still got guards posted there.
So what do I do after I set the C3?
The bombs run off a timer. Once the timer has been set, the countdown will begin. When the timer reaches 0, the bombs will all go off at once.
How long do I have?
20 minutes. Once the Phase 2 trials are finished, I wouldn't be surprised if they kill all the scientists to prevent them from talking. So you've got to act fast.
I'll take care of it. Eva, did you get the data on the Shagohod from Sokolov?
Yeah, that's the mission I was given.
By Khrushchev?
Mm-hmm. America doesn't have any use for it, does it? But I haven't forgotten my other mission either. Helping you out. Follow this cave and go up the ladder at the end. You'll come out inside Groznyj Grad, just southwest of the weapons lab. Do you remember when you went to rescue Sokolov? Remember there was a locked door when you entered the main wing from the 2nd floor of the east wing?
Yeah.
That's the entrance to the Shagohod's hangar. Use this key to open that door.
The door right when I entered the main wing? Got it. What about you?
I'll get things ready for our escape. There's a rail bridge to the north. I'm gonna set a bomb there, so I'm taking half of the C3 with me.
Right. I'll set off the weapons lab then. Try not to be in the neighborhood when it happens.
Gotcha.
And watch out for Ocelot. He suspects you're not who you say you are.
Don't worry. The Colonel still trusts me. And I have my ways. There's not a man alive who can resist my charms. Besides you, of course.
I'm just warning you, Eva. That's all.
I know. Okay, let's go.
So this kind of is the definitive look, I was going to say, with Big Boss here.
If I
Snake.
didn't ride every day, I couldn't go on living. When I'm riding,
At least concerning Metal Gear Solid 3. Usually when you see any sort of promo material, even in the pachinko machines, he's usually in tiger stripe with the bandana and the eye patch.
It's not easy always fooling myself like this. It's only when I'm on the bike that I'm free to be the real me. I only get off my bike when I fall in love or fall dead.
What's your name?
Tatiana.
No. Your real name.
What's wrong with Tanya?
Okay, Tanya. Don't let anyone see you.
Oh, this? It's a button camera.
What did you do that for?
Insurance. To make sure you don't double-cross me.
Hey,
What?
you're gonna get wet again.
Guess she doesn't care. Okay, so we're back at it. If we miss something out here, like if we want to go back and shoot the Karotan or something like that, you could go back and do that now. There's a handful of things you can get, like some plant materials, some animals, other stuff like that. So might be a good idea for some people to double back if necessary. But I'm not going to. Got our 2 suppressors here. Let's see, we got some meds, styptic, bunch of frogs. If we so desired, we can take these glow mushrooms. Actually, my inventory is all out of wax, so let's do something about that. Okay, survival knife. Let's see, maybe handkerchief, Mark 22, 1911. Hey, does the Scorpion have a suppressor? I don't remember now. I don't think it does. XM does. All this other stuff, I suppose I don't really care about right at this particular moment. Maybe we'll equip a magazine just for good luck. Obviously, we'll need that C3 at some point. Life medicine, hopefully we won't need to use that. I guess I'll keep the fake death pill, revival pill on hand. Cigar, don't need it. Thermal goggles, camera, motion detector. We're probably not going to need that. And unfortunately, I'm going to be changing out from the classic tiger stripe to splitter. I feel like it'll work a little bit better in our favor when we get up to the top. I don't think there was anything needing to cure after the cutscene that takes care of the transmitter, so... Get those mushrooms just in case I need a battery recharge. So the boxes, they actually work a lot like the boxes in previous Metal Gear games, but only throughout Groznyj Grad. You can get in, I don't remember which trucks it was, but you can get in certain trucks and you can be transported to different sections of the map. But it's not like you could get returned to the beginning of the game or anything. I think it's just strictly around Groznyj Grad. Nope, no going back.
You want to save? Hold on a sec.
I'm gonna keep that middle save file. We'll have that as the nightmare save file. I think I used to have that on another memory card, but pretty sure that one burnt out a while back.
Paramedic, what was that movie you were talking about earlier?
Which one?
My mother, the teenage whatever.
Oh, that. Sorry. The Major was talking to me at the time and I wasn't really paying attention. Don't worry. I'll get it right next time.
Hobby. Movie.
I see you've caught yourself a big-eye trevally. The big-eye trevally is a type of mackerel. The adult fish lives around coral reefs, but the young can be found in freshwater areas such as estuaries and rivers.
Good to know. So, how do they taste?
The guidebook doesn't say.
Huh. Well, if they're a kind of mackerel, they should be okay to eat, right?
You'd think so, but...
But what?
Well, I've heard stories about people getting ciguatera poisoning after eating the adult fish.
Ciguatera poisoning?
Uh-huh. Fishes that live near coral reefs are sometimes contaminated with a poison known as ciguatera toxin. It apparently gives you food
Fugu
poisoning when you eat it.
So I can't eat those big-eyed trevally?
I don't know whether those trevally are contaminated with ciguatera or not, but use caution just in
I
case.
don't think there's any reefs around here, but, you know.
Hey, those tanks look like Object 279s.
Object 279s.
Nice.
Yep. We don't have a lot of details yet, but apparently they're a kind of heavy tank designed to operate in situations involving the use of tactical nuclear weapons. They're distinguished by 2 sets of double treads and a disc-shaped shield, which keep it from flipping over in a nuclear blast. Basically, the 4 treads widen the traction area and increase friction with the ground, while the disc-shaped shield deflects the blast above and below the vehicle. The tank is armed with a 130mm cannon. It's also got a 1,000-horsepower diesel engine, which gives it a decent top speed. As far as we knew, it hadn't been formally adopted because of the high cost of production. But it looks like we were wrong. Anyway, those don't seem to be ready for deployment yet. You don't need to worry about them going anywhere. Just keep moving.
Well, it's good to be cautious, I think. Also his favorite hobby, b-ball.
The Shagohod is in the hangar of the main wing of the weapons lab. You can get into the hangar through the door located at the entrance to the main wing on the 2nd floor of the east wing. Hurry!
Okay, goddamn. Also, wait, we got some info coming in. SIGINT is wrong, apparently. They were barely made and mostly put to the side. Plus, they had a 130mm gun.
Snake, you've got to destroy the Shagohod. It's located in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab. To get into the hangar, use the door just inside the main wing as you enter it from the 2nd floor of the east wing. Start out by heading to the east wing of the weapons lab.
Alright. Unfortunately, I can't get those third...
They know you disguised yourself as Rykov to get in last time.
Ah, yes.
And besides, you lost the hat, so I don't think the disguise is going to work anymore.
Yeah, what a shame. Well, we can still sneak on in there with regular clothing, maybe. Just gotta be careful. On top of that, 4 tracks really ideal for tanks. One gets loose. It's an incredible inconvenience. Well, no one ever said Volgin was a competent man when it came to tanks.
Snake, when your stamina gets low, it negatively affects.
I want to get
your
those
physical
3rd page
ability.
unlocks for these other
You've got to
characters, Eva
replenish your
and
stamina before it runs out.
Major, but
The
they
gauge below your life
don't
gauge
really
is
give
stamina.
me a hell of a lot
It
of
shows, as the name suggests,
opportunities to
low
actually
in
talk to
stamina.
them, so... Also, yes, I don't need lecturing on the mechanics of the game, just right this moment. Volgin, this is the Russian army. They weren't smart with a lot of tank ideas. No, but I'm saying Volgin is here. This is Groznyj Grad. This is Volgin's, basically, his private army as the GRU commander. So anything that happens here is by his directive and his directive alone. So let's take our minds out of the real life equation of Mother Russia for a second and just consider the possibility that this is all Volgan's doing. He's a man of showy display and likes the particular type of force that he does, which is a lot of it. So even if it's a staunchly bad idea when it comes to tanks and infantry and other things like that, I'm sure that he doesn't really care at this point in time. Besides, it's just a prop. I'm sure what happened at Kojima Productions was like, okay, let's find a tank that the Russians used during this time period. They found this one, they thought it looked cool, some guy was modeling it, and then they were like, all right, stick that in the section 2A, and they just dumped an assload of them there, and then when they were trying to write up like a synopsis or interesting radio call conversations, they're like, oh shit, these tanks were a piece of crap. They didn't actually make that many of them. And they're like, quick, get Sigan to say something weird. Okay, so... Uh-oh.
What was that noise?
Coming for you.
Nothing here.
Plus they were probably during the time when every nation was trying to create a tank that could survive a big blast. The truck you just went by was outfitted with a 12.7 millimeter machine gun used as an anti-aircraft vehicle. You mean this truck? This gray one here? The one that parked over the little deal? Those Mark 22s. A circular turret just up at the top. I guess they left that out with this particular model. Okay. Like I said, we can use the trucks if we so desired. I don't remember specifically which one it was. It's not these gray ones. I'm pretty sure they just looked like the regular trucks that we saw like in other Metal Gear games, where they just were your average military truck with the canvas back and all that. I don't think it was these behemoth looking things. Pretty sure it wasn't. There aren't a hell of a lot of places we can go anyway. I can see. I'm a little bit curious to try and give it a test. So, okay, that is full up. There are boxes in there, but that is not what I'm looking for. Oh yes, how could I forget? They're doing like some kind of like training exercises here. It's a bit of a pain. Let's see, is there anything better in terms of camouflage that's not spider? We're in broad daylight, so I can't imagine that there's going to be anything too great. Splitter is probably the best that we got as far as face paints go again. I cannot catch up to that guy. So, whoa. this guy keeps saying bastard. Okay, they become out of sync after a little while. I don't know if they can see me from back there all the way, but let's just see if we can move on.
What's this box do?
Shit. Oh, right, I don't have the cigarettes equipped. Not that it's... I don't know that it's going to work too great here anyway, but let's see. I did not remember there being a guy there. Good enough. I sort of remember there being something in the interrogation cell, but I don't know. I kind of don't feel like going back there. I don't specifically remember what it was. This part gets a little tricky too. I hear footsteps, but I don't know where they are. Okay, that was a bad camera angle. I still think there's not too many people that walk around through here. But there are people that walk around on the tops, so that could end up being a problem if they see me through the glass there. We're going to open up Rykov's containment locker. And that gives us the sneaking suit, the experimental sneaking suit. Not the prettiest thing, but this was the first steps to the Foxhound sneaking suit. Snagged it from these here threads. See if Sigan has anything to say.
That idea Sokolov had of planting C3 on the liquid fuel tanks. Not a bad idea. The fuel he was referring to is probably UDMH, unsymmetrical dimethylhydrazine. It's highly flammable but difficult to handle. If you can blow it all up at once with C3, it'll take the entire weapons lab with it, no doubt. But that's only if you manage to plant the C3 in the right place on each tank. So don't screw it up.
Any idea where that would be?
Those are some funky clothes you're wearing.
Yeah, it's called a sneaking suit.
Sneaking suit? What's that all about?
I'm not sure, but it looks like what the boss was wearing.
Huh. Well, whatever it is, it's a fine piece of work. The suit seems to be made of some kind of special bulletproof fiber. Wearing it should reduce all the damage you take by half. The waterproofing and heat and moisture insulation are top-notch. Just having it on will reduce the amount of stamina you burn. It even increases your overall camo index. You got yourself a keeper, Snake.
Yeah, maybe we should make it the official uniform of Fox.
Maybe.
You can capture animals alive by using the train.
Okay. I'll concern myself with that right now.
Snake, they know you disguised yourself as Rykov to get in last time. And besides, you lost...
I already talked about that.
Snake, you've got to destroy the Shagohod. It's located in the hangar in the main wing of the weapons lab. To get into the hangar...
All right. See, we already got one through all those. I don't know if there's any other pickups I can get here. I suppose I could work my way through the lockers. Like I said, I don't think there's anybody that's actually going to walk up through here. Biggest concern is just being spotted from the other side, which is very much a possibility. Ah, the maintenance uniform. That is very handy for the next area. That's probably the most handy thing yet. The sneaking suit obviously has its uses, but it's somewhat limited outside of the boss battles. Okay, I think we're done here. Shoko Hamada still up there, proudly displayed. Okay. Just hold up a goddamn minute, Snake. I'm just not ready to jump in there headlong. Come on.
Snake, I see you've managed to sneak into the hangar.
Yeah, the Shagohod's in here.
The completed Phase 2 Shagohod represents a grave threat to the West. We can't allow it to be mass-produced. You've got to destroy it.
Eva's got the data on the Shagohod. Do you think that's safe?
Well, I wouldn't exactly say it's safe, but Khrushchev is a shrewd leader. I can't imagine he'd use it for anything other than deterrence. Volgin, however, is a different story. He's planning to use the Shagohod to turn the Cold War into a blazing hot one. We can't let him have it.
Agreed.
That leaves just one more mission for you to carry out.
The boss.
Exactly. For now, just focus on destroying the Shagohod.
Yes, sir.
I'll let Sigint fill you in on how to destroy it.
Yo, like Eva was saying, if you're looking to blow the whole place sky high, the best way is to take out those liquid fuel tanks with the C3. You know there's 4 tanks in there, right? You have to put C3 on all 4 of them. To plant a C3 charge, all you gotta do is equip the C3 and press the weapon button while standing in front of a tank.
Just like TNT.
But make sure you don't plant it in the wrong place. You barely got enough C3 as it is, right?
Good point. I'll make sure not to plant it anywhere else.
Good, man. And be careful. Liquid fuel has a nasty habit of going off at the slightest shock. So don't go using any heavy firepower near the tanks unless you're aiming to get yourself barbecued.
I'll keep that in mind.
The C3 charges all have to go off at once if you want to bring down the hangar in one fell swoop. So if I were you, I'd wait until after you plant the last charge to start the timer mechanism.
All right. I'll make sure I finish planting all 4 charges before I start the timer.
Once the timer's set, you've got 20 minutes until it explodes, right? So make sure you get your ass out of that place by then. I think that's about all I've got. The rest is up to you. Good luck, pal.
We're counting on you, Snake.
Okay. Let's do a little save before that.
You want to save? Hold on a sec. Snake, have you ever seen North by Northwest?
Ah, yes, one of my favorites.
It's about this ordinary guy who runs an ad agency. He's mistaken for someone else and gets kidnapped and forced to do a certain job. As a result, he gets tangled up in a conspiracy, and pretty soon he's traveling to New York, Chicago, and even Mount Rushmore in pursuit of the real culprit. Hitchcock's films always keep you on the edge of your seat, but sometimes they can be funny when you least expect it. That's why I love them.
Have you seen all of his films?
All of them? Ugh, not even close. He's been making movies since before I was born. I guess I might have seen some of them on TV. But the first movie I ever saw in the theater was a Hitchcock film. We all went and saw it as a family. It was Rebecca.
This was when you were a kid.
Yeah, my parents loved watching movies, so they took me along. I didn't quite understand the plot, but for some reason I thought it was really scary. Actually, I remember the candy bar they bought me on the way home better than the movie itself.
That's when you fell in love with movies?
You could say that. It was like an irresistible force at that point. I was completely swept away.
Well, happens to the best of us. Let's see if anybody
Your
has any
actions
additional
can
things
lower
to say.
your stamina. The more demanding the activity, the more stamina consumed.
Exactly. Walking slowly will
Alright.
The Shagohod is in the hangar of the main wing of the weapons lab. You can get into the hangar through the door located at the entrance to the main wing on the second floor of the east wing. Hurry!
Okay. Your pearls of knowledge
The
again.
Mark 22 is a tranquilizer gun. You can use it to take enemies down without hurting them. The thing is, the amount of time it takes for the tranquilizer to work depends on which part of the body the dart hits.
Of course. So already we got to take off our lovely new sneaking suit in favor of the maintenance uniform, because this is what's going to get us through here. Look how frumpy that is. Jesus. Is that? No camouflage data? I don't remember that. Could you upload your own camouflages? That's weird. I have to look in the manual for that one. Anyway. M4. How do I zoom in? There we go. Okay, I wish to leave now. That was a good angle, though. Okay. Actually, I wonder if the face paint will give me away. Maybe I should put on the Rykov mask. No one will suspect a thing, right? I think when it comes to this, yeah, I was going to say it operates the exact same as the scientist uniform in that we cannot use any weapons, which kind of sucks. I will give a little hint here, though, which is kind of neat. At this point, again, like I said, doesn't really matter if we won't want to kill people or not. If you kill all of the maintenance crew, then what happens is that, because, well, spoilers, no spoilers, but you have to fight the Shagohod at some point. So, killing the maintenance crew will actually lower the health of the Shagohod when you inevitably fight it. So, if you got no qualms about killing people, then have at it. You do have to be careful because there are like regular soldiers around here too, so you can't do anything too suspicious. It isn't just the maintenance crew that's hanging out here. I'm not sure if they freak out and get overly suspicious like the scientists do. I don't think that's the case, but, you know, faulty memory, you never know. I do seem to remember using the sniper rifle in here with no problems, but I could be completely wrong about that. You'd think that they would be able to hear it, but I guess I'll just be careful. And it's just the maintenance crew too. If you can somehow get by not killing the soldiers, you could completely do that. Thing you got to be careful of is some of the soldiers that hang out up top, though. Those are the ones that are a little more of an issue.
Who's that?
Oh, shoot. I didn't think it'd be that big of an issue. I didn't go down. Thinking about it, you know what? It might have been the Rykov mask that gave me away. I'm not too sure. Maybe not. Let's see. Gunshot wounds. Oh, that's just a cut. Shoot. Not that. Uh-oh. I don't think that's gonna work. Why did you do it there? I don't know why he didn't... Oh shoot, now we got a call.
Snake?
Okay, hold up. Well, I guess it doesn't matter too much considering the circumstance, but I'm pretty sure there's only 4 tanks. And I was leaned up against the actual fuel tank, and then he just plopped it on the floor, so... That was cool. If it had worked the first time around, like if the floor was a proper place to actually put it and it would work, then we would have gotten a call from Eva, so I'm just gonna reload that save. Though I don't know, maybe there's only 3 tanks. You'd think that something would happen if you soft-locked yourself. Alright, let's do that again. Walk by this soldier, see what happens. It was either the mask that gave it away, or it was just walking too close, or it was the fact that the cigarette was in the mouth. All of which are possibilities. I just don't know which one would have been applicable in this particular case. Also, that maintenance guy saw me at a distance too, but I don't know if that's because the alert had been sent off or what the issue was. Oh, Mosin the gun. Maybe we can use that here. I mean, truth be told, I could probably just snipe people with the Mark 22. This isn't that big of a place, and my screen's big enough, so it's not going to be like a major issue, but I don't know. Let's see what happens if I just walk by him. Okay. I'll drab, maybe. I'm sure that guy up top is going to notice him. I just don't know if somebody's going to notice that guy up top. It is a dangerous game we play. Thinking about it, I don't think I've ever streamed this game and taken out all the maintenance crew. This is usually just something I just do on my own time. It's a little bit time consuming, but I don't know. Might be worth it in the long run. I guess we'll find out. Okay. Gotta check around the corner here. I don't remember if somebody walks up here, if there's a ramp. Doesn't look like there is a means to actually get up here, so... You know, as I said in one of my earlier streams, I don't know, it was like a day or two ago, I was thinking about doing the Metroid series, so I was testing Super Metroid out to make sure that it actually worked, and like the saves work, because I might hit that one up sooner than later. But I noticed that with the control scheme there, you know, you have to switch between all your weapons, and you have to switch between your variety of weapons a lot in that game. But I noticed that there was a means to do like a quick unequip. It was just like press the Y button, I think, and then you can just quickly unequip all your weapons and just go back to your base cannon. I wish there was something like that for this game. It would have been especially nice when it comes to like camouflage, because having to go through the menus every time just to unequip something, it's a little bit of a pain. I mean, you get used to it, and that's just the way the game is. Nobody really finds fault in the game for that, but yeah, it would have been a lot more convenient. Thankfully, you know, you got the Octo Camo next time you end up having a game where camouflage is involved. Or I guess they could have done it in the way that Peace Walker did it, where you just have one camo that fits an entire area better than most. So that could have been the other way, but I think at the very least it would have been nice to have. I mean, it's nice that everything's so detailed, but yes.
Snake?
Eva,
I finished planting the bomb on the rail bridge. If we get rid of the bridge, the enemy won't be able to follow us. That should at least buy us some time. I've also set up the escape route. How are things going on your end?
I just finished planting the second charge. Give me a little more time.
Oh, you know what? Maybe that other bomb
I'll
would
be
have
waiting for
worked.
you at the bridge.
Anyway, at the very least, I wish there wasn't as much detail as there is. Like, every single texture has a different, you know, camo index rating, which sort of becomes a pain after a little while. See what these guys are gonna do here. They are pretty damn flighty. Just about as bad as a scientist, I'd say. Close call.
What's wrong?
Okay. Woo! We go into automatic camera mode. I'm actually surprised that guy saw him from there. It seemed like it was a pretty secluded location, but hey, what do I know? Probably means some of these guys are gonna get seen from here. Noticing that there's some goods underneath these trucks too. So I'm gonna try to grab that before I make my way out of here. I gotta make sure I kill the last maintenance guy before I plant the last C3 though. Thank you. You want to get on the ground? Come on. Snake, what are you doing? That might have been kind of close, actually. Probably shouldn't use firearms very willy-nilly around the fuel tanks. Ah. Okay. Let's see, upper platform there. I don't think there's anybody up there. Took care of the guy up top. Should just be this one down here. I don't think anybody's going to come around. I don't think there's any soldiers that, you know, do anything weird. That should be it. I don't think there's any secret little items I could pick up or anything like that either, so... I'm curious what this is. Can I get up on here? Yes, I can. There is... What is that, a ration? No. What is... Oh, it's a calorie mate. Okay. That's it. I might check the other side just in case, too. Now I'm real curious. I don't usually look around here that much. It's kind of like one of those deals where I'm in and I'm out. What the hell was that? I thought I heard footsteps. Weird. Okay. Oh, wait. There's another dude up there. Well, it shouldn't matter. All the maintenance crew's taken care of. Unless he sees one of the bodies. Well, that could be a problem. Anyway, I think most of it's taken care of, so let's just plant this last one. Hey, what's up, Deller? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I left one alive. No survivors. Gotcha this time. How did I know? It's almost like I've played this game 24 times before.
Major, I finished planting the C3. I'm on my way out now.
Hurry, Snake. Is Eva taking care of the escape route?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
she can handle it.
All right, then.
She's
Well,
got a
hurry up and get
bike.
out of there.
That's about it. Oh, I guess she planted the C3 on the bridge, too.
Snake!
Snake and his butterfly C3. It's even more pansy-ish than the heart that Eva
Why'd you
made.
come back?
I've got the sneaking suit now. Should mean that he has the power. Oh, we got 13 minutes. This is another one of the situations similar to the events that happen in Metal Gear Solid 1, where if you continue with the course of events as they occur in the game, you have less time to do things than if you just kill yourself at some point and then restart it all over again. Of course, we're not going to do that, but, you know, it is a possibility. If you feel you're hurting for time, you can always just die and reload. Or save and reload. I think that works too.
This woman was found snooping around my underground vault. When she was captured, look what we found on her. The Philosopher's Legacy.
It's real.
This microfilm contains all the information regarding the Legacy. You might say that this film itself is the Philosopher's Legacy.
There's hotlines for that, yeah, right.
No, not the perfume. It was gasoline.
It was what the perfume was trying to cover up.
Gasoline. She reeked of it.
To think that lovely Tatiana was a spy. We found this radio along with her too. Such a fine woman she was. It almost pains me to have to kill her. Yes, she was an obedient one.
Until she wasn't.
Precious little pet. Ah! Isn't that right?
Bastard.
What was that? Do you have something to say to me?
Go to hell.
You dirty whore. I've had enough kisses from you. I should have known. Sokolov wasn't man.
Hurry up, Volgan, we got 10 minutes.
Just
Because she's a dirty one, isn't she?
To send something so beautiful, yet so deadly.
What is the Philosopher's Legacy?
Very well. I'll explain it before I kill you.
Okay, but we are on the clock, man. I don't know if you know this or not.
During the last Great War, the most powerful men in America, China, and the Soviet Union had a secret pact. The pact was a blueprint for defeating the Axis powers and creating a new world order. To secure victory in the war, the three countries pooled their resources to conduct the most covert types of operations and research. The atomic bomb, rocket technology, the Cobra unit. And they amassed an enormous sum of money to fund these projects. Enough to fight the war 5 times over. That wealth
Exactly.
is the Philosopher's Legacy. After the war was won, the three countries were to divide the Philosopher's Legacy amongst themselves.
Let's just thumb through the history of
This
World War
explains why
II
the
real
United
quick.
States and the Soviet Union were able to steal away the best scientific minds in Germany as soon as the war ended. But our great motherland has far surpassed its pathetic rivals. We possess enormous wealth, the most advanced technology, and overwhelming power, assets fitting of our great country. My father was one of the men in charge of managing the Philosopher's Legacy. In the confusion that ensued after the war ended, he devised a series of ingenious plots to ensure that the Soviet Union would have total control over the legacy. The money was divided up and laundered through banks all over the world. Switzerland, Australia, and Hong Kong. This microfilm contains a record of all those transactions.
Yeah, it ain't abridged enough.
After my father's death, I learned of this secret and obtained the microfilm. With this money and the support of Brezhnev and his allies, I built this fortress of Groznyj Grad and Granin's research facility. But that worthless fool Granin failed to produce results. I was forced to turn to Khrushchev's dog Sokolov and his invention, the Shagohod. My position in GRU made it too troublesome to attack Sokolov's facility directly. But the spy network established by the secret pact still existed. I used it to contact the boss and suggested that she defect. The boss was conniving enough to see things my way. The world was once one, but the conflict between the philosophers has torn it in two. We will use the legacy to heal that rift and make the world whole again. To do this, we need strength, an unstoppable trump card with enough power to bring order to the world. That trump card was to be the Shagohod and the Cobra unit.
Well, latter one didn't end up working out that great, did it?
I have lost the Cobras, but I still have the Shagohod and the legacy. There is nothing America can do to stop us. Boss, take this someplace safe. Take good care of it.
He wouldn't have come waltzing back in here unless he had a reason. The C3's been stolen. He must be planning some sort of sabotage. I'll go see if there are any surprises waiting for us. I'll dispose of her as well. Leave everything to me.
I mean, Vulcan did put a lot of faith in her.
Fight like a warrior, Vulcan.
But of course.
Let me face him. I've been waiting for this moment. Time to get even.
Uh-oh. Them guns spinning, he means business.
No more judo and no more field strips.
Enough of this. He's mine. You will stand right there and watch. Got it?
Please, Colonel, let me—
Silence! Huh?
pretty big tell when he's about to launch one of those things, though. Yeah.
Sorry,
a child. You got to tell him to go to his room now.
Let's get started, shall we? This is a once-in-a-lifetime battle. Let's make it a good one.
Snake seems a little flabbergasted by that. How do the bullets not go off?
It's just you and me now. And I'm gonna enjoy this.
Snake!
Thanks, Ocelot. And just by getting that one gun back, we get all our guns back.
You're mine, son of the boss.
You could tell that I was saying something there in the original Japanese. Same thing happened, I noticed, during the boss battle when it came to, or not the boss battle, but when it came to the interrogation part with the boss. It's like her lips are moving for a solid 5 seconds, but she doesn't say anything. And then finally, at the very end of it, it eeps out, "Run!" But then her lips have moved at least to say a good 12 words. But whatever works. Okay, there's not as much little extra bits that we could do with this boss battle. There are a couple fun things, which we'll see if we can actually get to. Let me see. We can use certain guns to sort of disrupt him. What do I have out? Don't need that. So the automatic stuff is where it's going to be at. I don't know that I want anything else outside of, the Mark 22 and the Mosin. Because we're going to try and go for a stamina kill again, but, might not always be possible. Let's take a look at our codec calls.
Snake, watch out for Volgin's electric shock attacks. If you're shocked while equipping a gun, the bullets inside the magazine will ignite and the gun will explode. But he should be vulnerable just after launching a series of shock attacks. Avoid the attacks and either shoot him from his blind side or engage him directly with punches or CQC. And don't forget that the timer is still ticking on the C3 detonators. When
Damn
it
straight.
reaches 0, it's all over. You've got to finish him off before then.
And again, you can reset, save here, reload, or die, reset, and you'll have more time.
When Volgin is discharging electricity from his body, you'll get electrocuted just by touching him, so you can't grab him with CQC. When Volgin isn't discharging electricity, however, that's your chance to use CQC. Attack Volgin whenever you see an opening.
It's also a good opportunity to get your stamina depletion in.
Volgin seems to be deflecting bullets away by wrapping a powerful electromagnetic field around his body. You won't hit him if you fire at him from the front. If you're going to attack him with a gun, do it from the side or the back.
I don't think Eva responds. Let's see. Yep. We could try to call our Seva
You going
here.
to save?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. If I were to exit and come back, that means Snake fell asleep during this battle. Does that not kill you outright?
Good luck.
Thanks.
Thanks.
Let's see you dodge this one.
Okay, so let's see what he's going to pull out here. It's got a little bit of range. It also does follow you, his electric attacks. Ocelot is up at the top here. You can kind of mess with him. There he is. You can kill him. It doesn't do anything interesting outside of doing the time paradox shit again. But you can shoot him if you want. So there's that. I was going to say, I think he shoots at you. Got an awful lot of bullets there. Oh, we're pretty damn short on time, too.
Give it up.
I was going to say, with automatic weapons, I think you can sort of disrupt his field after a little while. There it goes. Okay, but he's already got his electrical charge back up. Okay. Let's see. I thought maybe I might be able to CQC him while he was looking the other way, but... Volgan, what are you doing? Okay, so I'll try to run at you. Something you can do here. Ah, shit. No. It's not happening now. I don't remember if there's a specific spot for it or what. These pipes, maybe it's that one up there. They should leak out water, which becomes a problem for him. But I'm not seemingly hitting it right now. Ow. The biggest secret here for this battle is you can put on the mask. And you should respond to it.
Is it really you?
Are you mocking me? You will pay for what you did to life.
I gets a little incensed. Want to be careful and not have the mask on the full time, otherwise he will wear it during the cutscene, which is very embarrassing. Let's see, where's that Mark 22 at? We can only hit him from behind. I was gonna say he's got blind spots per se, but I guess they're not from the side. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be making this one. I'm having to remember the specifics of this battle. Like I said, once you reload, you will have more time, so there is that. And you can only hit them from behind, which is something I forgot. They said blind spots, I wasn't sure exactly what that meant, though. Ah!
Put away your gun.
Oh.
Shoot him! Do you hear me? I said shoot him!
Sorry, Colonel. I'm afraid I can't do that.
What do you mean you can't?
I made a promise to the boss.
Silence! I am your commanding officer.
Pretty good. So yeah, we got 30 seconds left. It ain't over. I'm pretty sure there's a part 2.
My authority?
Fight like a man, Volgin.
Volgin? Ocelot, find those bombs! Move it!
Huh.
They said 30 seconds left. Those 30 seconds have been up for a while now. Finally, we get to see a first-person view mode where somebody that's not Ocelot, or where Ocelot himself, and rather not somebody that isn't Ocelot, is doing that hand gesture.
Ready for some more, Snake?
Yeah, I guess. Let's see where if the timer doesn't reset, then yeah, we don't. All right, yeah. It's probably going to be an issue. It happens. Yeah, too much messing around in the first bout there. But we come back to it. We get 5 minutes. So, a little bit better. You know what? I'm not even gonna bother with the Mosin because I couldn't pull it out. Maybe a little bit. Not cure. You've earned it, Snake. Also, I seem to remember actually being able to use CQC on him, but that doesn't seem to be a thing. You gotta watch out, obviously, when he's charged like that, but... Okay. Much quicker this time around. Okay, so we obviously already saw that. We could skip it. No changes. Just more time on the clock. Be a little bit more careful this time around since we actually have something to worry about. Bandage? Okay. I think you can lay on the ground too and avoid that. Let me see. I don't remember if the mask works in, not that, the second phase. We could try it though. Oh, it does. For some reason, and this might be the Mandela effect, but I thought I remember him like getting on his knees and like crying. Like not like beating on the floor or anything like that, but like in a much more compromising position than he actually gets in, but I don't know.
Is it really you?
Oh, yeah. Still no good from the front. There we go. Just gotta pick myself back up. Ah! Damn. There we go. Take this opportunity to heal. Got shot in the hand. That's kind of bad. Let's dip the disinfectant. And we get our camouflage immediately, so that's kind of cool. I don't know why I couldn't get the pipes to work. I could have sworn I remember that being the case. Like you could hit these things and... no, it's not working right now anyway. Can't fire. Thank you. Just grunting, moaning, and a lot of electricity sounds going off. I just pumped you full of like 30 tranks. You'll be fine. Internal bleeding going on.
Faster! This way! Everybody run! It's gonna blow! I'm out of here! Let's get out of here quick! Hurry! Oh! We're all gonna die! Hurry up!
Ocelot don't even care.
step on it.
Poor soldiers.
Eva, how did you?
The boss let me go.
The boss? But why?
I'll tell you later. Right now, we've got to get to the lake and escape.
We can't leave yet. I've still got one last job to do.
The boss is already at the lake.
Huh?
She's at the lake. She's waiting for you there.
Waiting for me?
I was hoping I wouldn't have to tell you. I don't want you to fight her. But I've come to realize that there's a special relationship between you two. Something I can't understand. Something that goes beyond a man and a woman. I envy you. Really, I do. But I guess I just can't understand it. She asked me to tell you something. I've never seen someone with such clear eyes. There. I said it. Ready to go?
Yeah.
It's alive! It can talk! Busting out the classic lines.
We failed!
Not good.
Hold on tight!
Alright, let's see what we got going on here.
Major.
Snake, are you all right?
Yeah.
The explosion went off successfully.
Yeah, but the hangar is still standing.
The explosion was smaller than what we had hoped for because the fuel tanks didn't catch on fire.
But the fuel tanks were definitely...
Remember how the enemy spotted the C3 while you were busy with Vulcan? They must have called in the EOD to remove the fuel from the tanks then. But still, the C3 alone should have been enough to take out the manufacturing line. That'll probably be the last one they'll ever make. You succeeded in preventing its mass production.
Snake, if you can take out the Shagohod that Vulcan's in, the world will be safe from that monstrosity of a weapon. But you won't be able to take it down with the weapons you have on you. You have to come up with something else. It's time to rethink your plan of attack. First, get out of there. You need to shake your pursuers. Snake, leave the driving to Eva. You concentrate on fending off your pursuers and clearing the way for her. Don't worry about running out of ammunition. The sidecar seems to be loaded with plenty of it. Use first-person view to eliminate your attackers.
Good advice.
Snake, the enemy is hot in pursuit. If they catch up to you, you're dead. You've got to get away from them.
Snake, leave the driving to Eva and focus on attacking. Use first-person view to pick off the enemies around you.
Well, you don't want to talk to me?
You going to save?
From this point out, I don't think we could get any more movie conversations from Paramedic, unfortunately, so something we'll just have to live with.
Good luck.
Thanks. Okay, well, it's at this point of the game that I'm going to pause. I mean, we got a full stream's worth. It wasn't as long as last week's, but still pretty dang good, going over 2.5 hours. It doesn't even feel like it's been that long. I'm also amazed that we spent 20 minutes just in the 20 or 30 minutes just in the prison trying to get Johnny to do his little conversation deal. But it was a fun one regardless. Like I said, it would be an exceptionally long stream, and I could potentially finish this if I wanted to. Believe it or not, we have about 2 hours, maybe a little bit under, but about 2 hours, including cutscenes, left in the game. So it's a pretty substantial piece. So I think at this point, we got the cliffhanger. The Shagohod has bursted out of the manufacturing plant in the hangar, and Volgin is in it, and he's trying to kill Snake and Eva. It's a decent place to stop, I feel, and we can resume this next week and still get a full stream's worth out of it. So, could be better, could be worse. Like I said, it would have been a hell of a long stream if I decided to knock it all out tonight. So I misjudged the amount of content we had left when I finished up last time, but we'll do it next week. We'll do some of the extra bits next week. Like I said, I do want to take a look at the extra disc here. That's on the Subsistence version. We can see some of the little extra tidbits that were not included in the HD edition, so that should be kind of exciting. And it'll be chock full of all the little bits that we've come to see and love, I guess, with this particular playthrough. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it as always. I'm going to head out. We might end up starting something new tomorrow, unless I decide not to start up something new. Then we're probably going to do Skyward Sword. But for right now, that's kind of what the itinerary is. And yeah, should be a fun one. But again, thanks for watching, and have a good night. I'll see you guys next time.